Hey guys, I know it's been a minute. I have been running wild, as I'm sure a lot of you have. It is summer vacation, but I really wanted to do some baking. This is basically how I relax, and so I figured, why not? Okay, so today we are going to be starting off with brownies, and if I want to make something else, maybe I'll do something else, but because I'm also craving baklava. I seem to, hello, hi, how are you? So, yeah, so we're making brownies. And, yeah, thanks for coming in. What are you doing? I just figured, you know what, why not? So I have chocolate melting right here. So for this recipe, you can use cocoa powder. I'm doing well, thank you. I've just been running wild. I've just been so busy with the kids. How about you? What's good? What's new? So for this recipe, you're going to need, you're editing, nice. You're going to need a 2/3 of a cup cocoa powder. Ginger, hi, hello, welcome in. We're making brownies and we'll also probably make some baklava later. So that's what we've got going on. But today I'm going to be making my brownies using chocolate chips instead of cocoa powder. This recipe is really, really good with cocoa powder. So you just need 2/3 of a cup cocoa powder. But today, like I said, I have my chocolate chips melting. So instead of using 2/3 of a cup, I'm going to be using 2 cups of my chocolate chips. And these are melted. So I'm just giving them a little stir. I just kind of had them sitting there. And usually once I turn off the double boiler, once I turn off the heat, I just use the steam from here, from the pan, to just go ahead and allow it to keep melting. Just that way you don't have to risk anything happening. Hi, Ocean. Hello, welcome in. We're making some brownies and maybe later some baklava. I'm so happy to see you, Ocean. I was wondering where you've been. I do too, Ginger. But yes, we spoke earlier. I'm so glad everything is okay and on the up and up. Okay, so if you're just coming in, we're doing brownies, and instead of using cocoa powder, I'm using chocolate, but you can put cocoa powder in this, 2/3 of a cup cocoa powder. Okay, but I'm using 2 cups of half semi-sweet and half milk chocolate chips. Yes, of course, I understand. I know you're running wild over there too. Okay, so right in here, I'm going to whip my eggs. So you need 2 eggs. I'm going to go ahead and put those right in. And you guys, this is just super chill. Like I said, this is how I relax. And so I just needed to do something else today and bake and chill. And for some reason, whenever I get, the vanilla soy milk, for some reason, I just crave baklava. So I wanted to make it. Okay, so we've got 2 eggs in there. And then in here, you're going to need, I'll have to post you guys the regular recipe, but I have 1.5 cups of brown sugar. Hello, Knuckle, hi. girl. And if I was using cocoa powder, I would have additional sugar, okay? And it's a powdered sugar that I use. But right here, we're just going to mix our eggs and our sugar. And then you need 1/2 cup of oil, and you're just gonna drizzle that in while this is going. We're just drizzling slowly. Knuckle, I know that you're watching some compost. just going to give that a good whip. What happens making... Who's supposed to be making strawberry lemonade? I can guess though. You know, while and then I'm going to slowly pour in my chocolate. This is the melted chocolate. I'm just going to scrape this down really quick. Oh, the kitchen dragon. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So did we start with what? A compote, and now it's going into a lemonade? Are we even going to call that a compote though? Like, Knuckles, I couldn't take it anymore. I felt like my head was just going to explode. Like, it's been nothing but like yelling for days, I feel like. I was just like, I'm good. I can't take it anymore. God. Okay, so I've got my chocolates in there. I'm just going to give this a quick mix. I'm making brownies right now, and then I think I'm going to throw together some baklava. Let me just put this over here. I just wanted some goodies. And then I throw together, adding in some vanilla. Yeah, I love brownies. And a dash of salt. And espresso. And I really like to use this one for baking. It's the Nescafe Gold Espresso Intense. And it has a nice crema. It was so hot today. Hello, Enlightenment. How are you? It brings out the chocolatey flavor. It complements the chocolate. No, it's for flavoring. It just makes the flavor of the chocolate taste a little more intense. Oh, okay. For the homemade, for the box brownies, my favorite brand is their Ghirardelli, the turtle, and it has caramel that you can just like drizzle right on top. It's a really good one. Oh, there's kids playing outside. I was like, what? Yes, definitely. So right now I'm just folding in this flour, and I'll post the recipe in the community. And if it is just a little bit thick, just add about a tablespoon or two of milk. I always like to add that at the end. And my oven is preheated to 325. Then while this is baking, I'll get going on the baklava. It sure does. Enlightenment. because you can't really taste the coffee much. It almost just tastes like a semi-sweet chocolate that you're using. You just get a little splash of milk. So you just need about a tablespoon. You know, Enlightenment, I'd love to do that, especially because my mom has her book and it's like falling apart. And so I'm wanting to, I saw actually a website, I got like this little ad the other day where you can send in your recipes and make your own book. So yeah, I want to do that for sure. Okay, so this is the consistency, all right? And I'm just going to be using a square pan. This is like the Chopped brand. I do like them. It is a nice heavy pan. So I would recommend. Okay, and I'm just going to give this a spray. So if you are one of those people who, when you spray your pans, you like to flour it, if you're making something chocolatey, just, that's, yeah, delicious. My kids don't really like them though. But if you're making something chocolatey, just go ahead and dust it with some cocoa powder. Yeah, that's delicious. Yes. Thank you, Knuckles. Exactly. And it just looks better. I usually use cocoa powder whenever I do like lava cakes because it just looks way better than having like the flour. And I do like to just kind of give this a little wipe to move it around. Still hot? Okay. All right, I'm just gonna scoop this in. No, Knuckle, are you joking? I respect everything that you have to share. We have been talking about food things and everything for a very long time. Thank you. And you know what? I need someone like you because sometimes I lose my train of thought. I notice that when reviewing, that I'll be like in the middle of telling you guys something and then just, so I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to spread this. And you guys, there are certain recipes for brownies that I like to add a little bit of baking powder to just give it just like a little bit of a puff, especially if I'm wanting to use it like for an ice cream. So it has a look, so it doesn't taste like too dense. But this one, no, this one is going to be fudgy. And we did whip it a little bit, so it will have just a little bit of air, not much. Then I'm just going to use some chocolate chips and put these right over the top. This is just what I have left over. You see what I'm doing. And you guys, okay, so I know that chocolate chips are like super expensive right now. Like they went a little bit nuts. But I am telling you, like if you're baking something that's going in the oven and you're using chocolate chips, the Ghirardelli brand is really, really good. It does not burn like the others. And no occasion, Enlightened. I like to bake and I find it very relaxing. So the Ghirardelli chocolate chips, they don't burn like the other chocolate chips. Yeah, so it's usually like a different fat content, you know, it just kind of depends. But if you get great value, it will burn. If you get the Nestle, they will burn unless you put them inside of your cookie or cake. But for anything that you need for topping, the Ghirardelli are really good. So I've got this. This is going in, and while this is baking, we'll work on the baklava. So I'm just gonna put away a couple of things. Aw, Ocean. Come on by. Come on by. I'd love to have you. Okay. I have my little food processor. I'm just gonna move this so that I have room. Sorry guys, I just need to clean up this area really quick so we're not getting all flustered with everything. Okay, so the brownies are in. Those will take about 30 minutes. I'll check on them. Knuckle, I don't know if you're still in here, but how are the, how's the compote going? And is it just compote? Is there something else in the works? I wish I could just like see some of like the cooking parts of those, but nobody clips the cooking parts. I'm just using this little tiny one. Let me get my phyllo. Okay, so I've used different brands of phyllo. Oh, so did she turn it into a compote and then put them in the strawberry, or I mean in the lemonade, or did they just go in their whole like that, like the whole block? It's interesting. So this is usually a good brand. The brand I used last time was a brand I'd never used before. It was a little bit harder, but I do like this brand. You do find this brand in stores basically everywhere in America. So it's a good one, okay? So this one is already thawed. So for our baklava, you can use whatever you want, but I use walnuts and almonds. You can also sub out. What I did one time, I had a lot of cashews. So I used cashews instead of walnuts. So because it has like they're both kind of like an oily nut. So it's up to you what you want to use. And what was the lemonade? Was the lemonade like a homemade or like a jarred one? I mean, jarred, bottled one? Cooked the bejesus out of them. My God. Girl, bye. You know, sorry, I'm like talking from all the way down here. The last time that we saw the ramen situation, I was not okay. Hey, Andrea, welcome in. She's squeezing lemon. What about the hand pain? Andrea, how are you? I hope you're feeling better. So we have some more walnuts here. And I'm just going to use some of my sliced almonds for this because the other ones are going to be way too loud. Still zooted. Is it working though? You already know. We can already assume that that will happen. So I'm just going to pour about, at this part I don't measure. You can't measure these until after they're ground. So I'm just going to put them in here. And if I have some left over, it's okay. I can just package it up and use it for the next mixture. So. So that's about the grind that you want. You just make sure anytime that there's this thing that comes up during the chat, and when it comes up, it kind of messes the live up. Measure with the heart, girl, live your truth. Well, no, I don't measure right now, but I'm gonna measure once I start mixing them. There are some things that I measure vanilla with my heart, and what else? Is there something else? I mean, for the food, it's like when I'm like for savory things, I'm not really measuring with my heart. It's more like eyeballing. Knuckle, that goodbye that was sent in the chat, that was very sus, in my opinion. That was very weird. Okay, then this is the walnuts. Thank you, Andrea. You're so sweet. And then we're going to mix our walnuts and our almonds together. Sorry about the banging. Should we put this out to the side here? Just in case I need it again. And usually, you guys, I get like all of my walnuts and almonds and stuff like that from, I made the photo from your video. These walnuts and cashews. Yes, the cashew mixture does something to it. It is so good. Oh, Knuckle, it was like, came in for like 2 seconds and then said, I got things to do. I gotta go, unfortunately, miss you. And then, like, just bye. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be using the cashews again, no doubt. And like I said, I get all of my nuts from Costco. I find that it is way better price-wise. So I have the almonds and the walnuts mixed here, and ginger, like the most traditional ones that you find, especially like, okay, let's go with like Greek and North African. It's mostly almonds and walnuts. Once you hit like parts of the Middle East, like, you know, Turkey, Lebanon, you know, places like that, they use more pistachio. And so, yeah, Knuckle, very, very sus, okay? Okay, so when you're mixing this, you're going to mix this into, split this into 3 sections, okay? So if you have 3 cups, so these ones look about a cup. So there's about 3 cups in here. So let's just measure it. Over in the other chat, Andrea, Ross, and wrap job. Okay, so you want, it's a 3-to-1 ratio. Yeah. So 1, 2, and then a perfect 3. So this is 3 cups. You guys don't freak out about the top here. That's just a little dabble. I'm gonna add the rest of it because it's barely, maybe like 3 tablespoons left. But Andrea, it was pretty much like a nightmare. So I couldn't take it anymore. The finger, yes, yes. Okay, so we've got those. And then, like I said, 3-to-1 ratio, so you're going to need a cup of sugar. Yes. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a cup of sugar right in here. And then we're just gonna give this a little mix. Then you're gonna need about a tablespoon of cinnamon. Just gonna give this a nice little mix. I'm going to move it right here just so I can see it better. So about a tablespoon of cinnamon. Some people will add things like cloves and stuff like that. I don't. That's not how we make it. Oh yeah, I did have cocoa powder. You guys, I forgot that I bought cocoa powder. Just give me 1 second here. So my son opened the pantry and somehow this went forward and back and a bunch of stuff fell out. It happened yesterday. So I came down to spices on the ground. Was the rest Yeah. Yeah, it was really bad. Really bad, Andrea. Okay, I can smell the brownies. Okay. I'm gonna give this a mix. And singing along too. That part was diabolical. I was watching an episode of Frasier a long time ago, and someone had to go back to work. Like, they work with Frasier. They had to take time off to go on vacation, but then they had to come back. They had to come back because their kid had an ear infection. And Frasier said, God bless that, what did he say? God bless that virus that infected that child's ear canal. Every time I like hear the singing, all I think of is like, you know, blessings if you can't hear, because oh my God, it's torture. All right. It was really bad. Like, I don't know, like, something is different. It just seems to be getting worse. So this is Orange Blossom. You can use rose water or Orange Blossom. I prefer Orange Blossom to rose water. And you find this like at international stores, H Mart, places like that. Oh, okay, good. So you need to add enough for it to make like to come together, kind of like a dough. Yeah, that was really just awful. I don't know. So like I said, something is different. There's been like a shift, in my opinion. In the attitude and the behavior and like the carelessness, like the way that she was like howling today with that singing. No ma'am, no ma'am. Like what? Okay, I'm just mixing this until everything is well combined and like it's wet. It's all covered with the Orange Blossom. If someone says obnoxious. Yes. In fact, you know what, Knuckle? There was a song that she was singing, and forgive me because I'm not very good with like names of singers and songs, but I recognize obviously songs. I just don't know who sings what. Same with actors and things like that. But I remember it was a popular song. Wait, what was it? Do you remember what she sang earlier in the stream? I feel like I know it. whatever. So she was going and I could not recognize the song. Like, so whenever she finally got to like the chorus, I was just like, are you kidding? You, yeah. When she finally got to that part, I'm like, wow, like she was so off that like that's when I just finally recognized what she was saying. Like it was bad. And if it does feel a little dry still, go ahead and add more. Yep. And certain foods and words. There's been things that, honestly, like the whole ramen situation, I felt really sick. Like, because I was just trying to, like, you can't help but, like, envision what it would taste like, right? And I remember that day I had it playing and I was cooking. I could not eat my food. Yeah. And I wonder if maybe it's that drink. Also, like, I don't know how somebody would actually be so comfortable taking something like that, like, just out of nowhere, not knowing how it might affect you is wild to me. Because I feel like the bizarro behavior has gotten worse since the drink. Okay, so our mixture is ready. Yeah, it was the one that's like $80 or $90. Yeah. She's done 2 lots. Yeah, she has. And that to me is really scary. Like, that freaks me out. Like, you don't know, like, because she gets a little bit whacked out. But I feel like since she started, like, it's kind of, this weirdness is, like, lingering. Okay, so for your phyllo, you need to brush the phyllo sheets with butter. It's supposed to be half butter, half oil. I don't know, like, I'd be worried about like losing like your ability to like understand what you're doing, you know, not being aware of what you're doing. It's very embarrassing, especially when you put yourself in that situation. Is very, very weird because she is acting odd. You know what? I just got something in there. When it was boiling, it like went all over the water. So I do like to make this in a sheet pan usually, so let me just do that. Or maybe I want to use another one. Yeah, for sure. I'm sure it can. And there's also been like a lot more like of the aggression coming across. Like she's always been aggressive, but I feel like it's even more now. Honestly, Andrea, I don't even know what she's drinking because that's not, it seems to be something else. Is it not something else? Yay, Jenny, welcome, welcome. It's good to have you. I couldn't stand it. I felt like I was getting really angry. So, but yeah, no, Andrea, I don't think, yeah. I don't think it was, it's not alcohol, it's something else. It's like a tea, is it a THC drink? I don't know. But she's acting completely deranged now. Oh, I just took this out. So we've got a half a cup, so that's 1 stick. So then you're gonna wanna add a half a cup of oil. And I know that sounds like a lot, but we're just going to be brushing this all over the sheets. Jenny, I love your late night lives. They are such a vibe. Ooh, let me see. Ooh. They're looking real good. The brownies that we just made. And this is a very old pan, but I love it because it's heavy. So I'll see if we want to layer them on top of each other or if we want to twist them instead. Relly sent. Aw, how exciting. You know what? I did notice how calm Rory was during the live when your hubs was there. Yes, are you joking, Ocean? Okay, so tonight is Saudi Arabia. Who are they playing? Girl, who are they playing? Saudi Arabia's playing. My brother is on his way over to watch Algeria play on, is it tomorrow? Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow at 8. Knuckles, I agree. Yeah, they're going crazy about it. Oh, and my niece, she just went with her dad to Washington and to watch Bosnia play. And they won, what was it, 3-1? Yeah. Against Qatar. No, was it Qatar? Yeah, against Qatar. Very exciting. She had so much fun, like all the sightseeing and everything. Oh my God, gorgeous. And the market, they went to the market there. What is it called? Washington. Girl, what is that super popular market in Seattle called? Misha, hello. Happy Friday. Good to see you, honey. Okay, so I've got our sheets. One of these days we'll just have to make the sheets just in case you can't find them where you are, which I doubt you can't. They're pretty popular, y'all. Saturday there? Saturday. Today is Friday. What time is it there? So, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start off. I'll see if I want to fill them and just cut them into little, because I do like them in bite pieces instead of cutting them into triangles. 11:35 a.m. Okay. Okay. 11:35. Our brownies are almost done. I can smell them. You guys, I cannot even tell you like how exciting it is for me when I saw the way that Kansas received Algeria, because they picked Kansas. Algeria picked Kansas as their home to practice and to play and stuff like that. The way Kansas was so incredible to my people, you guys. My heart is exploding. It's exploding, okay? Like, I've never thought about going to visit Kansas. I'm gonna definitely go and visit Kansas. You joking? Are you joking? With so much kindness and love. Oh, I can't. So happy to see that. Andrea, it really is. Like, oh my God. They're calling it the World Cup love story. Like, amazing. Like, I got chills just saying that. Okay, so we're brushing and we're brushing. So even when I roll them, I usually do about 3 sheets. I know, Ginger, that makes me so happy. Because honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I was a little bit afraid because the way that things have been, is not the America that I came to. When I came here as a kid, it was people were accepting, people were loving, people, like if someone asked you questions, it was like from a genuine place, like they want to know about where you're from. It was beautiful. I never had an issue, you know? And then with these recent situations, I was like, oh my God, what is going to happen? What are they going to do? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So glad they're having a good experience. Okay, Jenny, sounds good. I hope work is going okay. I feel like that's early for you to be at work. Do you finish early today? So it told me by itself. We're just going to roll this. So it's going to be kind of like you roll it like a big cigar almost. But yeah, Ginger, I'm loving it. Like people are just showing them a lot of what we saw when we came. And I love that. It's like, I don't want people to think that people are hateful here because of one person. In my Saturday, so I'll be done by, oh, okay. Sounds good. Okay, so when you get to this point, and you guys remember, even if you are rolling this, you do have to butter between each sheet. Let me just, hold on, I need to check on the, I think, yeah, so, okay, let me just, oh. I didn't open the other side of my little sticks. I mostly use like these little skewers to check my cakes. I usually get them at the Dollar Tree, but yeah. Oh my goodness, hi. Hello, Vicky, hi. Hi. Sorry. It's good to see you. Okay. I hope you're having a good afternoon at work. So I just took it out. See, it still has a little bit of a shine to it, okay? So it's not ready. We're going to leave it for about another 10 minutes. It needs to have a little bit of crumb. It will still coat the stick though, okay? But not that much, because that's a lot. Okay, so we're just going to give this a little flip, give it a little turn. So what you can do is put a stick right in the middle, if you have like a long rod type of stick, and roll it, and then you can scrunch it, and then it'll make a really nice pattern. But if you don't have that, it's okay. You good? Let me just brush this side. Did the game start? Okay, what's the score? 0-0? Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so then when you get to this part right here, you're going to scrunch it. You can just use like an edge if you need to. Kind of worm it down. That's why a lot of people do use the stick. I can show you the stick method. So you just keep pushing and pushing. Okay. There we go. And then we're just going to give it a brush. Since I have the shorter sticks, I'll show you guys with one of these and going by width. Yeah, came in with the I guess he's listening to the game while driving. So I can show y'all how to do it with the stick. Okay. Or if you want it to be a thin one, because you can do them. Mr. Kitchen? Sure. I don't see why not. Did I bring the sticks here, you guys? Yeah. Excuse me, I don't mean to be all up in your face. Okay, so you take your 2 sticks. Sorry, I can't see anything. Because you can make them dainty. Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay. So if you want to use this stick method and you want to make them dainty, you take your stick. You guys see? Yeah. I know. I know. You know what? Knuckle, last time when we were watching the Algeria game, I was kicked out of the living room because I was losing my mind. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was yelling. And my husband was like, you're going to give yourself a heart attack. Like, I know this is difficult. Maybe you need a break. I'm like, oh. He's like, just go. I'll keep you posted. I mean, whenever I watch like boxing, soccer, hockey, I just lose it. And I did learn over time, like, to kind of keep myself away from most things. But sometimes I can't help myself. Okay, so when you get to this part, girl, if only you knew. When you get to this part, so I don't know if you guys saw, so I put the stick and then I folded it once. And then you want to put your filling over that fold. That way when we go to fold it, to roll it, nothing comes out. So it's holding it down, it's sealing it down for you. Knuckle, I just can't help it. I can't. It was so bad. Oh, and then I text my brother and I was like, I think I might lose my mind. And he was just like, just calm down. And then I come to find out, him and my husband were texting, my brother and my husband were texting after the game. And my brother said, I think I almost had a heart attack. So he's telling me to calm down, okay? One time during an Algeria game, he sent me a text message, my brother did. And he was just like, oh my God, like I almost walked into traffic. I was like, are you joking over a game? He's like, I couldn't take it. It's a lot. So I'll show you guys. So we just twisted it just like this. And then when you have the stick there, it's kind of holding it in place. So it makes it a little bit easier to squish. Okay. So you squish, give it a little squish. Okay. Just like this. And then you take the stick out and you place it. Okay, so we can do them all like that as well. Yeah, I was just like, I can't believe like he was telling me to calm down, but he'll text my husband and tell him that he was on the verge of a heart attack. I'm like, sir. Because he wants to pretend to be all cool, calm, and collected. I'm like, all right. All right, we'll go another one. Oh, okay. Well, you know the important things. You know what? We are a Leo Messi household, but I'm going to tell you right now, I was a little upset that he did not get a red card for hitting one of the Algerian guys in the back of his leg. That's an automatic red card. And then he got to score 3 goals after that. And, well, we're okay. We're okay. They played a good game. He should have gotten a red card. He knows that. He's going to have to live with that. I'm sure he doesn't care. And I don't know if you know Zidane. Knuckle, you might. But, so he's in the World Cup. I can't remember what year it was. I want to say maybe 2000. I can't remember. It was an Italy against France game. And Zidane, he's an Algerian. And, sorry. Yes, Zidane is from Algeria. He's like one of the most popular soccer players in the world. And, but he lives in France. He's always lived in France, but he's Algerian. So, anyway, I guess he was playing against Italy. And during the game, one of the Italian players said something about his sister, like cursed at him. You know, like Europeans and a lot of the Middle East, like they have a different way of cursing. Like they will curse about the closest person to you to really better than Pete. Yeah, they will curse your family out. That's how they get to you. Like they'll say something about your mother or your sister, especially that, right? And so this Italian guy says something about his sister. Zidane loses his mind and headbutts him in the chest. So there's, I don't know if you've seen, like there was a lot of like it was all over the place, right? Yeah. They are meant to hurt, Ginger. They are meant to make you rage and get into some kind of altercation. And the headbutt seems to be a very popular move in Algeria. Like that's the thing that a lot of people don't know is like if you get into like an altercation with someone, like at the store, for example, in Algeria, you will get a forehead smashed into your skull. That's the thing. That's just how it goes. So it was very like, you know, on key with being Algerian, but he did. He headbutted him in the chest. The guy grabbed on like he was having a heart attack and was rolling for a little bit. That was weird. But anyway, I mentioned Zidane because his son is the goalie for the Algeria team. I mean, he's all right. He's not his father. But yeah, that's like one of those moves that a lot of people are never expecting. Like during a fight, you're on the ground, you know, you might split your head open. I've had it, yeah. I mean, it gets the job done. So here's the brownie. We're just gonna let this cool off. I'm gonna put it right here to cool off. It's a very good self-defense move unless, you know, you don't hit where you're supposed to. And knowing that you have your medical background, your medic stuff and everything, you know where not to hit on the face where you would hurt yourself or knock yourself out. So there are spots to hit if you want to headbutt somebody. You can't just go around just hitting anything. Not proud of it. You know what? I think that's valid, Knuckles. That I think a lot of people don't realize that, you know, when someone tells you to back up, there's a reason. Like you're in their space, they're getting angry, they're getting enraged, you're not moving. You might catch a forehead. Period. And there's always been like talk about my forehead being big. I say, I dare you. I dare you to come at me and see what happens, what my forehead is capable of doing. But no, I'm not worried about my forehead. I've gotten used to I got used to my forehead a long time ago. It's kind of part of my identity. Okay, we're squeezing. These are gonna be really cute. These are going to be so cute because we can just cut them into little bite sizes. Whoa. And have them with tea. They're gonna be gorgeous. Also, if you make them like this, they're not gonna be very hard to cut. How many pieces of phyllo are you using in each? So right now, Ginger, since I'm doing them in this direction, there's going to be several layers. So I was able to use only one, but I want you to see that this is a much larger phyllo piece. The one that we usually get at the grocery store is half of this. This one, I got it at the Arabic store. So if you're using the one that's just half of it, you can put one sheet and then just kind of stack like one sheet here and another one here, just a tiny little overlap, and use that to roll it all the way down. Then it'll be decent, but this is just one. The first one that I did was multiple. So this one is gonna have a lot more layers, and that's fine, but these ones are gonna be nice and dainty, and they also don't take as long to bake. Oh, I forgot to turn. So I'm gonna put my oven up 375. Of course. Okay, we're almost done. And then this one's gonna bake. And then also another difference is some places, like in the Middle East, sorry you guys, I'm not like twitching or something. I kept getting my thing in my eye. The rolling as opposed to layering, like, yeah, like usually I'll layer it like lasagna, but the thing is, when you layer it, you have to make sure that you get it over like the lip. Let me show you. So whenever you put like your sheet, make sure that you get it all the way up. Like, don't waste too much of your dough, obviously, but you have to get it all the way up in the corners everywhere. It has to kind of overlap. And then when you cut it before you bake it, you just trim them, but you don't want to cut this part because with most baklavas, you have to slice it before you bake it and not just score it. You have to actually slice it. So with a really sharp knife, you can slice it. But even when you're slicing it, you don't slice this part. This part, when it's like layered, has to stay intact. If you do, it will completely dry out and it will get really hard and crunchy during the baking. So this part comes off, you cut this part at the end and pull it out after it's baked. So you want it to overlap, like to flow over your pan for that process. Oh, and so another thing is you'll see that some places, like if you go to most bakeries, like let's say it's like a Greek bakery or whatever, they use syrup. So it's a simple syrup, and that's what they pour over the baklava. And sometimes that syrup can make it very soggy, but it's a syrup that has lemon and butter. And so that's what they use on top. So the one that we make in Algeria, we use honey. So you do a little bit of honey. You can add a little bit of butter to your honey. You also have to make sure that your honey doesn't boil. Aw, Ocean. I'm so glad to hear that. And when you warm up your honey, you have to make sure that your honey does not come to a boil. You just want it to warm up until it melts. If you let your honey boil, it will end up crystallizing. It will get very hard. Yeah, it will get very hard. And so when you pour it, after it boils, if you pour it on, it'll almost be like you're pouring like a caramel. And you don't want to do that. It'll make your baklava very hard. So you only warm it at a very, very low temperature just for it to melt. And that's it. And then you pour it right over your baklava. Oh, I love honey. But if you don't want to use honey, I know some people don't like honey and some people don't eat honey. Oh yeah, Ocean probably, yeah, Ocean doesn't eat honey. Then you can make the simple syrup. And in the simple syrup, if you make simple syrup, you can also add the rose water or the orange blossom to that syrup. So, yeah, that's true. Uruguay 0, Spain 1. Are they playing now? It's Saudi Arabia. مازالهم يلعبوا؟ وش شحال؟ اوكي خاطر واحد كتب يوروغواي وسبين. Oh, okay. So he just said, yeah, both of them are playing right now. I didn't know Uruguay and Spain. He said, شكون هما راهم يلعبوا؟ مع من هما راهم يلعبوا؟ تاعنا. Capo Verde? Oh, okay. Yeah, I love orange blossom. You guys, the other day I made funnel cake for breakfast. It's not the first time I've done that. Yeah, Uruguay, Spain 1. Not surprised. Yeah, Messi used to play with Barcelona, but for these games he plays with Argentina. Let's see who else is in there. Oh, you guys, we are just finished with one here. Beautiful, beautiful things happening. So that was 3 cups of nuts, 1 cup of sugar. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I made funnel cake for breakfast. You guys, I have to do it more often. It's very good. I love funnel cake. And it turned out so good. It was quick. It's like, you know, what's the difference? Love soccer, played rugby. Oh my God, Knuckle, of course you did. Of course you did. It's very fitting. I love watching the rugby. And I love watching the ladies rugby when they do the haka. Oh, are you joking? I'd be scared. One time my brother sent me, he sent me the rugby. Was it Australia or New Zealand? It had to have been New Zealand. And it was the captain like starting the haka out. And he goes, hey, what did he say? Would you step up to her? I was like, no, I'd run for the hills. Like, are you joking? Like, that woman is horrifying and it's so beautiful. But, joking. I'd be scared once they start with that haka. Ooh, don't get me started. New Zealand, yeah. The air is just so cool. I posted one about a lady that did the haka like in a court. It was over land that they were trying to take from the indigenous people. Okay, so we've got this one. What can I use this one for? Okay, I know what I'll use it for. Let me clean this up so you guys are not alarmed when you see what I'm going to use it for. Now, I mean, I love all of that. Like, I love roller derby. Like, I love any of those, like, super tough sports. Especially, like, women sports that are like that. It's definitely my vibe. I love it. So I think I might actually be able to fit, yeah, let me move these. And I like just how tough they are. They're like super strong. Let's see if I can fit these in here instead. And they will fit. And even if we force these in, it's okay because they're squishing. And they will still be delicious. I love that. I love it. Yeah, it's so cool. I worked with a lady that was in a derby team, and it's just like, I was not surprised. Like, she was a badass. I don't know, I just love badass women like that. I also love the racetrack. I go a little mental there. It is so expensive. I wish I could go more. I love that. That's the living language of my people. Oh, I love it. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Kind of like, I don't know, I just like imagined you like cocking your head back like when you hear like my people. This one I'm going to cut it in half and just fit it in here. Yeah. So at this point you can cut them, or you can wait until after it's baked to cut it. Yeah, so let me see here. I'm going to try to get these as even as possible. Michael, I can't remember what you said last time when you were at the grocery store. I don't remember if it was a stinky person that almost made you riot or a rude person. Because, I don't know, when you said the language of my people, like, it would be hilarious if you end up like on a show, they're like, woman cusses someone out in the line over BO. Be like, well, oh, yeah, thank you. Ugh. Yes, I remember, I knew it was something vile, just could not remember. The fact that it could be smelled all the way in the environment, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. One time I was on the bus and I sat next to someone. I was super busy. The dude stunk and was breathing, was a mouth breather. And it was like this the entire time. I almost started crying out of rage, not sadness. I wanted to explode. Like that 30-minute ride home. Don't get me started. I'm gonna annoy myself. That's disgusting. That's not okay. See, that's so disrespectful to people. Like, do something about it. This is gonna go in the oven, 375, for about 30 minutes. Okay. Okay, so let me clean this up really quick. Just so you guys, this is gonna go completely the other way, okay? And I'll show you why. And don't be alarmed. Okay, and don't worry, nothing is gonna get cross-contaminated or anything. just because we don't have nut allergies, and I'm done with the sweet stuff. So what I'm using this for now, I just have a little bit left over just so it doesn't go to waste. Just use whatever, because I don't need a lot of oil or grease on here. I'm gonna clean up really quick. Yeah, this is what we're doing. So just give me 2 seconds to move these things out of the way. Oil this. And this is not going to go in until after the baklava comes out. So it's not going to get gross. Clean this up after. Okay, and this is just so I don't waste these. So I'll show you. So there's one here, and then there's this part that fell out earlier. And you know what? If that one doesn't work, I'll just use something else. So okay, I'm getting some cream cheese out. Get a container. This wasn't part of the plan, but it's happening. I'm just gonna put this in the microwave for like 30 seconds to soften it. Sitting there. I'm just gonna give this a spray because I don't want to use more butter on it. Okay, so I have a block of cream cheese. Is she still on? Nicole? And if I have leftover filling, I'm just going to use the sheets for the other sheets that I have. Sorry about that sound. Oh, you did. Just going to take. And don't worry, none of this stuff is going to touch the pastries, because those ones are already situated where they're going to stay away from everything now. Where did I just put the knife there? So I'm just taking some green onion. Give this a quick wash. You are so cute. You know, valid. Because, I mean, we've seen how some people treat their parents. I think, like, something that we did here today that was just really weird, in my ear at least, was her saying she doesn't understand why it was her choice for like the special ed classes. And she, like, that's just another thing to blame, you know? That's not okay. Thank you, Andrea. It's just like, okay, like, so it's their fault. You dropped out. It's their fault. You have these issues. I don't get it. Yeah, I think, like, just recently, okay, I'm just gonna use this. Recently, it's been, like, very weird energy, very stressful, extreme energy. I don't like it. And then, you know, with the whole, yes, yeah, special ed. Yeah, Ocean, me too. BG, I'm making, so I have the baklava in there. The brownies are done, and I had some leftover dough. So I'm making basically like wontons that are going to be wrapped in there. And then if I have extra filling, I'm going to use that with wonton wrappers. But yeah, it's just been weird. And then when she was like talking about like charity stuff, and her dad like had to like chime in and be like, oh yeah, like the stuff you showed in Vegas, like of her giving like a lady some, what was it? Like a bar, like an old protein bar. It's weird. Yeah, like she said that like she was told that she should be in special ed, like that they would offer her that help or whatever. And she said, but I was like, absolutely not. Like that would be a nightmare, because she already was getting like bullied and stuff. And then she went from there to saying, I don't understand why it was up to me anyway. It's just like, what? They probably like let you choose because they knew that there's absolutely no way that you would just listen to them and do what's good for you. So I'm using the imitation crab for this, for the wonton. I did use regular crab before, but I really didn't like how it turned out. It was like a canned crab. It's the same stuff that I use for clam chowder. I don't like it, but I did like this one. And this one is supposed to be like a flaky one, but it doesn't flake very easily. And I was actually really surprised that the kids liked it too. So that was a plus for sure. So it's like rangoons or wontons. And so this mixed with cream cheese and green onions, and I'm gonna also add a splash of soy sauce. Yeah, and that's the thing, like someone's like, well, if you go to college or whatever, you can get like that kind of assistance and accommodation and stuff, but I don't know what she expects. And the thing that had me kind of annoyed too was her saying like that she wants to go to college for free, university for free, get a degree, but she doesn't want to work. And so it's just like, how do you think teachers get paid? Like, how do you think professors get paid? How do you think the institution gets paid? Like, I do agree that like higher education is extremely expensive, but she wants to pay nothing at all. It's like teachers already barely make enough, but professors obviously make more, but they also have higher student debt. She claims that she wants to go to school, Ocean. That's like her newest thing. And she wants to decorate her house or her room as a dark academia. I've never even heard her mention that. Just so she can say, I have a degree in that. But she doesn't want to work. Like, if you get a degree, like, she wants it for free, but she also doesn't want to kind of pay it back by putting that work into society, which to me is insane. It's like, if you're going to get it for free, you should put something back into society. Like, what? Imagine if we were all like that. If we all thought that we should get everything for free and never have to do anything to make the world function. It's weird. I was looking for like a bigger bowl. 1 second. Use this one since it's not liquid. I don't know, I don't like that. And I was very like grossed out by the whole like sitting there on stream adding stuff to the wish list. Like, you've got some nerve. I feel like I'm looking at something now. Oh my God. I mean, they did call her a Fifi specialist, so, and the thing is, there's laws against that. Like, you can't call someone a specialist without a certain certification or a degree of some kind. Like, that is crazy to me. Okay, it's looking good. So I'm just going to mix this together. Ocean, I would not put it past her, to be honest with you. Like, some of this stuff has just been crazy to me. And, you know, like, we're even finding out that there's more podcasts that we never even knew that she was on, like that Ohio one. I think it's weird that she never mentions it. I don't know why exactly, but she never mentions it. And, but like, if you look at like the dates and everything, it means like literally right when she moved to Florida, she's been trying to get famous. She's been trying to be known, and she joined multiple. So it was the whatever, the We're All Insane, Ohio. There was these two ladies. I can't. Oh, Plus Size Section. There was somebody else. See, Knuckle, I think that you would just end up like smashing your head and just like leaving. I don't think anything Like, there's no talking that will go through. Like, it will always end with, I am a victim because of this, and I am more of a victim than you because of this. Like, it never ends. Oh my God. And honestly, yeah, it's just getting to that point. Oh, I'm just going to do a couple of splashes of this. You're fine. Yeah, it's just getting to that point where she's become insufferable, and now like we're hearing about like wedding rings and stuff. Like, imagine, I mean, we're all like a little bit like older-ish, right? And I mean, I have kids, but I'm like also like the oldest in my family, like between my brother and my sister. So it's like, you know, I don't know, like I have my motherly instincts, and I am a mother, like I said. Imagine if you were his parent and there was like this weird pressure from somebody else to get married. Because I don't think that he wants to get married, to be honest with you. I really don't. Like, that is weird. Already like looking at rings, and so now the rings have moved up to something very expensive. Ocean, it will never happen. She will never leave the internet. I promise you. Like, this has been going on since 2012. But yeah, today, like, sorry, I just have to taste this and see. This is why sometimes I don't like to buy the store brand cheese. I find that some of them are saltier. It annoys me. That tastes pretty good, but it has a little salty, and I didn't add, oh yeah, I added like the soy sauce, but yeah, she is. Okay. So like I said, I'm just going to wrap this, and then I'm going to put it on here, but I'm not going to cook it until after this comes out. That soy sauce is so good. There are a couple of times when I get like the light stuff and everything. It's not the same. And she said that, Andrea. She said, "What's the big deal? I like attention." You know, it's just weird. I think I'll do this one long ways. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to just wrap this the same exact way. Oh, okay, cool. I think that was a good measurement, actually. So I heard Scar today, someone in chat, I don't remember who, said something about what is it? A crab wonton dip or something like that. And so it's like you would take the little egg roll things and fry them and use them as chips, and then have this as the dip. So that would be, that's how that's usually made, and it's pretty good. It's real good. Okay. So yeah, you can use these for that. Just move this. Just gonna put that there, and then before I bake it, I'm going to paint it with some butter and oil. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. I never like thought that it could like affect like a person's mentals like that. Like it was very stressful. And I still have a little bit of leftover. I'm just gonna do a couple of these while this bakes. Okay, it's still not done yet. Well, hello, Southern Bonita, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. How are you feeling? Hope they got everything sorted. So these ones are the wrappers that you would fry if you want to make this like a dip or whatever. But these are also for wontons, and you just put them together and you fry it. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. I hope that at least they got you comfortable for a bit. Because I think last time you said they weren't even sure what was going on. Okay, so usually like what you can do is either do some water or like an egg white. And we just make the wontons. Sure, we've all made wontons. Absolutely hate when, yeah. It does. It does, Bonita. Hope you get it all sorted. All right. Well, Mish, the other day she wasn't just like slamming things, she was throwing things across the room. I mean, like across the counter and stuff. I'm like, what on earth, dude? Oh, so just got this. And you guys, you can also make like pot stickers and things like that with this dough. We need to do that sometime. So if you don't use like a little bit of water, it's not gonna stick. Yeah, I would not be okay with that either, Andrea. Granted, like these appliances, like I really did not like them. There wasn't like much that you could do to get like an upgrade, like with the company or whatever. But I would never recommend getting GE ever. Like it's a horrible brand. No, she doesn't. And I think that's why whenever people like send her things and stuff like that, she's not very respectful about it. Kind of like, you know, we haven't seen the rollator, we haven't seen anything to do with the, what is it, the tie-dye kit. There's a lot of stuff that we haven't seen, and it's because she doesn't have to work to pay for those things. Somebody else does. So I made some brownies. I was just like in the mood for some baking. So I made brownies. I also made baklava, and then I had a little bit of leftover phyllo dough. So I put some of this in it, some of the crab wonton stuff in it. And then I still had a little bit of the crab filling, the crab wonton filling, imitation crab. You know how we do. So I have a little bit of wonton. I'm just filling the rest of that in here. Yeah. Oh. Now, like Andrea, the thing that pissed me off most was seeing her there with the members, that like people that pay to be there, and she's just adding stuff to the list, and she's like very giddy about it. It was weird. I didn't like it. Chopped is what's the one where they would give them like a box of random things, and then they had to make a super nice meal or something cool out of it, and it had to be like an appetizer, main course, and dessert. Do you remember? Yeah. And that's the thing, Knuckle, like I am I am pretty old school too, to be honest with you. Ugh, Southern Bonita. Yeah, that's basically why we did. That's why I fired up this live. Because I was like, I can't. I needed to cool off. I, like, we need to, like, make ourselves aware that, like, content online should not annoy us like that. Is it? Oh, thank God. She finally went to bed with this pulpy say. Go to bed, Roz. He's funny. Okay. Just have like 2 more to roll and then we'll be golden. Then I can cut into the brownie. So y'all can see that. I do too. He is hilarious. He is hilarious. And I like that his lives are a lot of fun. Yay, Mish. Thank you. I love that that's your Taurus coming across. Yes, ma'am. We love a Taurus. And an Aquarius, of course. But yeah, Pulpy's lives are a lot of fun. Like, I like that it's lighthearted and, you know, you get to have a good laugh. Who was I watching yesterday? Oh, there was that channel that does like compilations of like reactions and, you know, reaction channels and stuff. God, and I sent it in the Discord. It was hilarious. Oh, you're fine. Those were not scared. Don't worry. My baby Taurus. Ooh, Southern Bonita. Yes. My child is a May baby. Very much a Taurus. Bonita, some days she agitates. Yeah. Yes, Knuckle. Yes. Oh my God. Love it. That was hilarious. Okay. And I loved Libby's parts because like she's like super mellow. And like the way that they added her stuff in there was so hilarious. Mish, yes you are. Yes you are. Who else was? Yeah, and Leo's part was really funny. Love it. Yeah, I had like a really good laugh yesterday watching that channel. It was very creative. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I like the stubbornness of a Taurus. Aries is a little bit more difficult, I think. Like for me, like with my personality. But Taurus is like, I really love Taurus. Like my brother is a Taurus, and he's my bestie. I love him so much. And so is my son. I remember being so excited when I found out my son was going to be a Taurus. And he definitely has Taurus energy. I love it. And then my little Aquarius, he is an Aquarius to a T. All right. So, see, we just made some little ones. Like, no big deal. We'll just fry them. Yeah, I get along with them, Ocean. I do get along with Aries. One of my closest friends is an Aries from high school. But I think sometimes I feel that Aries can be a little bit sensitive. And they think that Capricorn's a little bit cold. And then so it's like we have to sit and talk it out in order for them to be like, oh, okay. Like, I feel like they have a little bit of that sensitive side, or they take certain things too much to heart. And you see their anger when they take it to heart. So it's like we have to talk things out constantly. Yeah. Yeah, it's an ocean. And that's the thing. It's like, and I will always love a sassy personality. I think like Capricorns are very drawn to that, which is why I really like Taurus. I like a fiery sign. I like a little bit of, I like some sass. Okay. Yeah, so it's like my experience with Taurus has been that like we have to take like multiple chances to kind of talk things out, and it's like it's things that we figure out about each other as we go. You know what I mean? So it's not weird anymore. Okay, so the baklava is looking good. This one I'm not gonna fry it right now until after the other one bakes. And excuse me, I'm going to grab the brownie. Okay, let me just wipe this really quick. Oh, and Andrea, you said you're a Virgo? It's good sassy, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know, like, and like my niece too, she's a crab, you know, and her and I have like so much in common. We always joke that I birthed her instead of her mom, but her and her mom are like identical twins. But my niece and I just like a lot of the same things, like a lot of the same aesthetic and, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, we get along really well. Nice. Okay. Yeah, my sister too, Virgo. Okay, so we've got this. Just take out. God, I keep forgetting that I didn't empty the stuff out of the dishwasher. Levi! I didn't empty the dishwasher, you guys. Did you hear me? Did you hear who I just called? I don't like clutter or things out of place. That makes sense. Yeah. Literally right when I said I didn't get the stuff out of the dishwasher, that's all I heard. You guys, let me mute you for just 1 second because I'm gonna bang this. I don't want to hurt anybody. It was awesome, Southern Bernita. Thank you. I'm tired. I don't want you guys to. We can do this part together. All right, so this is our brownie. And so what I like to do usually, like if I make brownie, like, you know, for the week or whatever, like when it's like my little, I'm not still muted, am I? Okay. I like to wrap them individually in plastic wrap. Okay. But we'll cut through it so y'all can see it. Yeah. I think I would credit the pan. You know, I would have to credit the pan because, and you know, the spray. But so this is what it looks like. And when you use brown sugar, it gives you more of like a caramelized kind of situation. Thank you. So there's that. If you want them thicker, and so I don't know if y'all can see that. So I'll show you the caramelized situation. Hold on, if you can, I don't know if you can see it. Do you see like it has a little stretch to it? That's from using brown sugar. So you can make these thin, or you can make them a little bit bigger. Excuse me. If you want them to be a little bit puffier, you can add like a half of a teaspoon of baking powder. Thank you. So that's what I'll usually do. Also, you can use, if you don't want to use any baking powder, you can use a smaller pan, because this one is just 2 eggs, 3/4 cup of flour. That's not a lot. So you can use a smaller pan, and it will make one that's a little bit thicker. Your eyes didn't roll? Oh. When you know, if you know the kind of, how much I hate stuff like that. Oh my gosh. Do I want to wait for the baklava to, because, okay, so, oh. Now I need it. But this won't go well with soy. This one has to go with thank you. You're so sweet. Yeah, I can't listen to anything like that. Oh, I need milk, but Ginger, I haven't been able to drink regular milk for a while. I get like an allergy type situation in my esophagus, and they're actually going to do a little scope situation for me. But so it's not lactose situation. There's nothing wrong with the lactose part. It's like just right here in my esophagus. It kind of tightens up, and so they said it's some kind of an allergy. So I have to avoid certain things. That's like some kind of an enzyme that causes it. You guys, if you like the thicker parts, so if you make it a little bit thicker, it would be like this. These are just like the edges, right? Because they bubble up. So. Me too, Andrea. So that's torture for me. One time, I don't remember what I was trying on video after I cooked it, and I just muted that part. I call the corner pieces. Yeah, the corner pieces are really good. My mom loves corner pieces too. Thank you, Andrea. That's very kind. Ooh, the box of avocado. I'll show you guys. So you see how there's some oil right here because we squeezed it. If you made it kind of like lasagna style, you wouldn't see that part. But this is also all gonna settle into it. And once it does, that's when I'm gonna pour the honey on it. Okay? It's very hot. So we've got that. Just get these going. But yeah, so with this one, I think we talked about this last time. If you want your stuff to stay soft, don't wrap it in paper. You want plastic for everything that you wrap your stuff in, like bread and stuff like that. You can buy bread bags. Oh, now I'm going to put the other one in. I really love to make like cinnamon rolls and buns and stuff like that, but it's just one of those things that's like hard to do on a live because you guys have, like, we would have to sit here and wait for it to proof, which is crazy. Yeah, Ocean, they have bread bags. If you go to like Walmart or something, if you go to the Ziploc section, they have one area that is all, that has the bags. Do I have some? Oh, let me see if I have some. Yeah, I'm out, but I get them regularly. It's a bigger box, and it will show you on the front of it. I'll have to post it because they're so useful. Oh, is Knuckles sleeping? Okay, thank you so much, Knuckles. Thank you for coming, and it's always a pleasure, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Yeah, so on the outside of the box, they have like a thing of bagels. That's what it looks like. It's like a bagels in a bag. I'll put a picture because it's definitely worth getting. And it comes with the ties. The irony. Oh, Southern Bonita. Dang it. Ugh. I look forward to you eating again very soon. Oh, and you guys, if you do make the wontons like I did right now, you make them. Yeah, I'll post it in the community and along with this recipe. When you guys see the recipe, when I post it, I will post it as it is, the way that I usually make it. Because today I used chocolate chips because I thought I was out of cocoa powder. But I really like them with the cocoa powder. So I want y'all to have one. And if you don't want to use cocoa powder, which I think it's actually better to use the cocoa powder, because you don't have to worry about melting anything and blah, blah, blah. But if you don't want to, let me know and I can put both of them in, customize it. I'm sorry, I'm almost done. I was just waiting for that one to cool off. These are the little pieces that I'm going to snack on later. Oh, so if you make the wontons, you can freeze them and then just fry them whenever you're ready for them. And also, if you make brownies and stuff like that, you can always wrap them up like this, put them in a Ziploc, and then put them in your freezer if you don't want to, you know, go through the whole thing. Okay. You have my address? Okay, sounds good. Let me know. Yes. Hello, Sean. Hi. What? No doubt tonight. Not tonight. A vegan style wonton. Oh, for sure. I'm trying to think. I want to make sure that these are even vegan. Where's did I already put it back? Oh, no, I didn't. Certified vegan for this. Great wonton ravioli. Easy to use, eggless. Okay. Yeah, so, and with this one, good to see you, Sean. What happened to it? Sorry. Ocean. So for this one, you can also, so you can deep fry them, you can boil them. So even, let's say you don't want to make the wontons or whatever, then you can use this for pot stickers and you can make vegan pot stickers with this, which I think would be like really good. Yeah. Oh, let me just, I'm sure you've seen these at your store. I get these at King Soopers, aka Kroger. So, City Market. Oh, they fell out. And they are perishable. You have to like use them like within, I don't know, 5 days with after opening them. Okay. Okay. So I'll show you guys this. And then, so while that one is still hot, I'm just gonna melt some honey and pour it right over it. Let's see. Did I run out? No way. No, no, no. I did not. I did not. Don't start with me. Okay, I have a little bit of honey left. So sometimes also, if you don't want to put it in something else, what happened to my phone? Why does it look like that? Honey in the baklava? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, maybe you didn't hear me. So I use honey. You can make a simple syrup for this. Okay. So, so you can obviously put this in like some hot water and it will melt and you'll be fine. Or you can put it in the microwave and heat it up for just a little bit, but you have to make sure that you don't burn it. And remember, it can't come to a boil. It has to just warm up. I'm probably gonna end up using this whole thing. So you pour it over it while it's still hot, while your baklava is still hot, and then you just let it sit and you let it soak up all the honey. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I love honey. I absolutely love it. So if I have a little bit here, it's okay. And believe me, it won't go to waste. I can just pour some tea in here and give it a little swish, 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 and be good. Okay. I really like the honey sticks. I usually get them from like, you know, like Whole Foods or something like that. They'll usually be selling them like out in the front. I love those. Oh my goodness, Vicky, how was work? So this is still really, really hot. Yeah. It was boring. Sorry. No, she didn't quit. Why? Yeah, and I looked into that, Ocean. I guess it's true, but I live in Texas, so ooh, that's pretty cool. And you guys, so I'm sorry, I know I keep repeating myself. I just don't want you to end up wasting your honey or it getting ruined. Honey prices are insane. This is not something you want to waste, right? Just make sure that your honey doesn't boil. That's it. You got busy for maybe an hour and a half. Oh. So you look at it, you just want it to get liquidy, okay? And sometimes just even the heat around, because the middle part, so when it melts, when it warms up, you'll have the outside warming up and then it'll warm up in the middle. And so you can just let it slowly melt on its own. Now it's very nice and liquidy. If it boils, it will crystallize. It will not be good. It will be ruined. Okay? And then this is the baklava. Can you guys see it from there? I think you can. Maybe up here. Okay. Anyway, whatever. I just put it on the hot one, on the hot burner. Okay. And then you just take your liquidy honey. Let me see. There we go. I'm gonna pour this. And then, if you use pistachios or anything like that, you can pour the pistachios, sprinkle the pistachios on after. You don't want to bake it. You don't want to put the pistachios on the raw dough and bake it because it will burn. You only want to garnish. Yeah, that's crazy. I think like she's wanting it to maybe catch on fire so that somebody can order her another one. But it has to happen like while we're watching. Thank you. And so with this, you're just going to let it sit. It's going to, when you come back to look at it, it will have sucked down all of the honey, and then you can take it out. You know, you can take little pieces out and you'll be good to go. So this is delicious on, can you add bread? Hold on, let me see. Can you, what am I saying? Can you add bread like you would with kunafa? Oh, like no, for this one you can't. The chair? No. Are you talking about the chair, Andrea? Red, not bread. Oh, like the color. Are you talking about like the powder color? No, this one you don't need it. Usually with this one, so if you were to make, so you can sprinkle this one with crushed nuts. Usually like you'll see something like a pistachio. Just make sure you toast it prior to putting it on, because if you don't, if it's not toasted, it's gonna have a weird texture when you're biting into it. So you've got that. In some places you will see it garnished with, it's cut into like all, like, what is this? A parallelogram. What is it called? Is it a diamond? Yeah, into like diamond shapes. And it'll have like a blanched almond, like right in each one, in each diamond. There are some areas in Algeria where they put a clove as the decorative top. That's more of like it's a different region of Algeria. And complained the whole time about the, yeah, ridiculous. Let me see if I can scoop one out for you guys just so you can see it, but just remember that you do have to wait for it to do what it does. And the corners, you can get rid of the corners. Those are going to be ones that you can just, you know, munch on. This is really good with Turkish coffee. It's good with a dark coffee. It's good with, I don't know what it is. I used to work at a Greek coffee shop, and every time we had baklava, I would have it with soy milk. You can make a soy steamer, you can have it cold. It's up to you. But also with mint tea, obviously, or coffee. All right. So let me, got a little chunk. And you guys, just, if you don't let it sit and you do what I'm doing right now, it can fall apart. So we don't want to do that. But you know, I'll usually sacrifice it live for y'all so you can see it hot, for the love of everything. Okay, see? Do you see that? Let's give it a little spin. Just gonna give it a little spin, like it's at a fashion show. I would burn my face if I eat this, so I'm sure y'all will understand that I can't eat it. And so there you have it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. That is violently hot. Okay, and we saw the brownies. We have the baklava. I'm gonna put these, I have them wrapped, ready to go. Thank you. So, I hope that you guys got a little bit of like relaxing vibes hanging with me. I feel like we needed it. I have done it like for certain events type of thing, but yeah, that's something I would love to do, Vicky. And right now they just passed a law called like the tamales law, where they're allowing home cooks to actually cook from their kitchens. Thankfully they do have to go, we would all have to go through a safety, like food safety class, like you have to pass it. You have to be certified that way. But they're allowing people to cook from their homes to sell food. So that would be cool. Thank you. Yeah, I thank you guys for hanging with me. Thank you for the time together. I really needed this. I needed to hang out with you guys and just do. I let's see, what are we in today? It's June. I'm gonna try it and see if I can figure it out in like the next few months. And I want to read as much into it as I can and see if I can try to do that. Because I've done like cakes. I can like cakes and food and stuff, brunch stuff. Like I know how to do all of that. So it's like I would love to. I want to look into the law a little bit more just to make sure that I have everything. I don't want to get in trouble for anything. But yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, thank you guys for hanging with me. I needed this. This is how I relax. This is how I feel good, and it's even better when you guys are hanging with me. So I hope that you guys got that same vibe, that it was relaxing for you, and I look forward to cooking with you guys again, and us having just like a super chill, peaceful evening. But I love you guys. I will post the recipe for the brownies in the community. If you have questions, please let me know. Thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you. Have a good night. And maybe I'll see you this weekend. Who knows? All right. Bye, guys.